I imagine everybody here works hard. You get home, you're exhausted. The kind of tired that makes your couch feel like the safest place in the world. The kind of tired where even standing up to go to the fridge feels like running a marathon. Your brain is foggy, your muscles ache, and your motivation tank empty. And then, let's be honest, you reach for it. That comfort food. Maybe it's cookies, warm and soft. Maybe chips, salty and crunchy. Maybe chocolate, melting perfectly in your mouth. Soda, fizzy and sweet. Or maybe that greasy slice of fast food that somehow feels like a hug from the inside. You can picture it. You can almost taste it. And for a moment, everything feels just a little better. Now, isn't the point of eating to meet your caloric needs? To fuel your body? To give you energy for the next day? For work? For life? Yet, here you are, eating when you're already full. And let's be honest, maybe even regretting every bite. The little pangs of guilt whisper at the back of your brain, do you really need this? But tomorrow, you'll do it again. Because your brain doesn't care about full stomachs. It cares about reward. Why? Because these foods, cookies, chips, chocolate, soda, fast food, they're highly palatable. They're engineered for your taste buds, your brain, your reward system, high in salt, sugar, and fat. And yes, they're designed to hijack your reward pathway. That brain circuitry that evolved over millions of years to motivate you to survive and thrive, to seek out foods that were scarce and necessary, now finds itself hit with a flavor jackpot that nature never intended. When you take that first bite, your brain releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter of motivation and pleasure. Dopamine makes you feel good. It reinforces the behavior. It tells your brain, do that again. Do it now. And with highly palatable food, that signal is supercharged. You're not just eating, you're training your brain to crave more, to remember that feeling, and to anticipate it next time it shows up. It's why you can eat that slice of cake after a huge dinner, even when your stomach is screaming no more, and still somehow savor every bite. It's why a plain carrot just doesn't cut it. Your brain isn't wired to feel the same reward from celery sticks or plain rice. Not even close. So, the next time you find yourself raiding the fridge late at night or polishing off a bag of chips before bed, know this. It's not weakness. It's biology. It's a perfectly tuned, evolutionarily ancient reward system being completely outpaced by the modern food climate. Here's what happens. When you take that first bite of something you really love, cookies, chocolate, chips, soda, your brain lights up, literally. It releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter that makes you feel pleasure, motivation, and reward all at once. Dopamine is the chemical that whispers, yes, that felt good, let's do it again. And it doesn't stop there. That dopamine signal travels from the ventral tegmental area, or VTA, a tiny but powerful part of your brain, to the striatum, the region that helps you anticipate and remember rewards. You feel good. You remember this feeling. And suddenly, your brain is wired to seek it again. Not tomorrow, not later, soon. That cookie isn't just dessert. It's a cue for your brain to chase that same rush of pleasure. Now, here's the kicker. Evolutionarily, humans weren't meant to eat this way. Our ancestors were hunters and gatherers. Food was scarce. Reward pathways were designed to motivate us to find nutrient-rich foods, meat, nuts, fruits, vegetables, foods that fueled survival, not pound cakes, soda, or deep-fried everything. Back then, our brains were perfectly tuned to scarcity. They were never prepped for an endless buffet of highly processed, hyper-palatable foods. Fast forward to today, we live in a food climate where these processed, highly palatable foods are everywhere. And it shows. 71% of adults are overweight, 40% are obese, 1 in 3 is pre-diabetic or already has diabetes. The CDC calls it a public health crisis. Heart disease claims 630,000 American lives every year. And the economic impact? Hundreds of billions lost annually in healthcare costs and lost productivity. But here's the thing. It's not just bad habits. There's real evidence of actual food addiction. Scientists measure it using the Yale Food Addiction Scale, a tool designed to detect addictive-like eating behavior. Studies show that around 25% of obese individuals display clear signs of addiction to food. And get this, their brains actually look a lot like the brains of people addicted to drugs. reduced dopamine D2 receptors, reward deficits, neuroadaptation. Over time, they need more and more of these foods just to feel the same pleasure, which drives overconsumption, weight gain, and a cycle that's hard to escape. In short, it's not weakness, it's biology. It's evolution clashing with modern food. Your cravings are real, your brain is real, and the foods you reach for at night, they're designed to take advantage of that system. Rat studies? Classic. Researchers feed rats bacon, chocolate, cheesecake, frosting, basically everything you regret eating at 10 p.m. when you know you shouldn't. Over time, the rats gain weight. They develop tolerance. They overconsume. Take the food away, anxiety spikes. Cravings intensify. Withdrawal symptoms appear. Sound familiar? And humans? Some will literally choose sugar over cocaine. No exaggeration. Lenoir et al., 2007. It's not just a metaphor, it's hard science. Your brain responds to sugar and fat in ways that mimic addictive drugs. It's why that late-night cookie, or chips, or slice of pizza feels impossible to resist, even when you know you've already had enough. So, next time you find yourself reaching for that bag of chips at 11:30 p.m., or sneaking a chocolate bar after dinner, here's the thing. You're not weak. You're not lazy. You're not morally failing. You're responding to an environment and a food climate that evolved faster than your reward pathway could handle. Your brain is doing exactly what it's wired to do: seek pleasure, remember it, and chase it again. But here's the hopeful part. We can fight it, not by blaming ourselves, not by sheer willpower alone, by changing the world around us. Better food environments, reduced added sugars, more whole grains, less sodium, processed food reform, public health interventions, policy changes, support systems, counseling, even bariatric surgery for those who need it. All of these help, but the real game changer? Shaping a food environment that doesn't constantly trigger your brain's reward system. Because the foods we crave, cookies, chips, chocolate, soda, fast food, they're not just tasty. They're engineered to make us crave them. Every bite is designed to hijack a system that took millions of years to evolve. Our reward pathways, built to help us survive in a world where food was scarce. And in today's environment, with endless access to these highly palatable foods, ignoring that biology comes with a price. Weight gain, heart disease, diabetes, and hundreds of billions lost in healthcare costs every year. So, here's the truth. Be kind to yourself. Your cravings are real. Your brain is real. Your struggle is not a personal failing. It's a biological reaction to a world overflowing with temptation. You're not broken. You're just human. But maybe, just maybe, if we start changing the world around us, making the food environment a little less overpowering, a little less engineered for addiction, we can all eat a little more freely, a little more safely. Imagine a world where your reward system isn't constantly under siege, where the foods you love don't control your choices, but serve you instead. That's the world worth working toward.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to share it with your friends.
Spread this knowledge before the next cookie, the next bag of chips, the next slice of pizza calls your name. Because understanding your brain, understanding why you crave what you crave, is the first step to taking back control and maybe even enjoying your favorite foods without guilt.